What's up, everybody? It's your boy ChasmRift here, and today we got the Press Start Podcast week number 10, even though it's technically 11 weeks in, with your boy Big A.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. Sorry about that 1 week gap there.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know what happened last week, you must be living under a rock. If not, a lot of stuff happened. I had to help organize a tournament, and then Big A, I think you could talk about what happened for you Sunday, since it's part of your heritage.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thanks, man. I had my own Easter. This is a Greek Orthodox Easter that I had to celebrate. And yeah, I was just busy in general besides that. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, so to make things up, we're actually gonna be talking about the articles that we actually had planned for last week because this week in gaming, nothing special really happened. Well, besides more PlayStation 5 rumors, but we'll get to that at the very end. The first topic at hand is actually about Doom and the Doom and how it's having a lot of issues on consoles right now. Um, this is actually a very interesting article because Big A, at first you was talking about who plays Doom, and I told you, oh, there's a big community out there, and we should probably trust companies like Bethesda for it. Apparently not, because Doom is not even running at native 4K on both the Xbox One and PS4. In fact, they said that the Xbox One X only gets 3840 by 2160 Ultra HD 4K resolution in certain circumstances, and the PS4 is even worse. Does this come to you by surprise, or did you expect something like this to happen in a world where frame rate and resolution collide with each other?
Oh, man. I think the week prior to this, because we skipped a week for an episode. But yeah, the last episode, I think we mentioned something about resolutions and new
Mm-hmm.
games coming to the Xbox. And I was like, well, I hope Bethesda doesn't pull a fast one on us with this, horrible quality. And yeah, here we are with Doom, pulling a fast one on us.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's exactly horrible quality because 2160p is definitely better than 1440p and 1080p definitely. But yeah, we totally did talk about this, and I think the concern I brought up was how, like, if you're gonna play a game at 4K and you're playing with 30 FPS, you're gonna be at a disadvantage versus 1080p with someone at 60 FPS, at least like in a first-person shooter, because that means the amount of time it takes for you to react, the amount of time it takes for your camera to pan over, things like that, is staggering, and it'll actually affect your gameplay experience. To see that the hardware limitations actually kicking in on Doom, it kind of saddens me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm definitely glad, we talked about this before and, we kind of hit the nail on the head with this, but like, come on, I definitely agree with what you just said. It's sad to see this and, we definitely should be getting something better.
Yeah, I wish I was able to like make this a sub question today, but probably could. Is do you guys prefer resolution over frame rate or the other way around? I guess this would be a sub question today, and then we'll get into the next topic's about Spyro anyway. So we'll talk about the original question today soon. But I think for that topic, I'll say I'll take frame rate over resolution, because yeah, it's cool to look at games at 4K and you can see the raindrop off of a leaf in the game. But what's that gonna do for me if the game is so like buggy or like it's so like clunky that I'm playing at 15 to 20 FPS in some areas?
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. And then especially in a competitive sense, it is very important to have high frame rate.
Yeah, honestly, I think if it's not implementing the tournaments, they should at least have it be where like the gameplay you have must be locked in, like the frame rate wise. Like I know Xbox One is touted to be the golden console boy for Call of Duty World War II at 4K, but imagine if a game came out that's a little bit beefier than World War II, and you can play it at 4K 60 FPS on the Xbox One X, but your competitor, the PS4, gives 4K 45 FPS in a world where we got cross-platform play. Now that's the issue.
Yeah, man, there's way too many issues with, certain companies when I want to do certain games. And you want to get into the question of the day?
Yeah, sure. Before we start the second topic, go ahead with it.
So it was, do you guys trust in Activision after what we're going to talk about?
Yeah, and what he means by that is that Activision is actually going to be doing something very interesting. It's you guys remember Crash Bandicoot series? Well, Spyro is having a reignited series trilogy. This is because of the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy success that they're going to be bringing out Spyro. I cannot read my own handwriting. Yeah, Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Spyro, Ripto's Revenge, and Spyro Year of the Dragon. They'll all be released September 21st for $40, surprisingly. Um, that sounds really interesting. That's like the first part of this article. Do you really think that's a really interesting price point for 3 games for $40?
I don't think it's bad. I'm just, kind of surprised at the way they're deciding to release it.
Yeah, like you said with the question of the day, part of me want to say I trust Activision because of the success of Crash Bandicoot series, even though they kind of changed the hitbox on some things, which made the game harder. I digress on that one. I trust them in that sense, in terms of how they, if we went off just what Crash did. But if we go off of like a business perspective, they could just be going in for a cash grab, and potentially they could be hurting the sale of their own brand by bringing out an incomplete game. But I think I'm leaning towards option one over two.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for the latter on that one too, man. We've been seeing for a bunch of companies, and unfortunately, even more recently, Activision, putting all these sort of things in games and even releasing new games just to get that money.
Yeah, it's been the way that a lot of companies have been going down. Like Activision, EA is known for releasing a ton of games every year. Ubisoft at one point milked the Assassin's Creed series until they learned their lesson.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You know
Hmm.
what that means? You
What?
guys have to pay $100 to watch this video.
Boy, I'm not about to edit that in this time.
Every time you mention EA, it has to be edited in.
No, I am going Austin this weekend most likely. I can't edit that in.
All right.
Speaking of which, if I am going to be gone this weekend, guys, I most likely will not be streaming Saturday. But then again, it's going up on Sunday, so if there was no stream Saturday, you know why now.
Props for that. Props for that. Segue. What a great segue.
Thanks, man. I've been after last Saturday, I have been practicing on my transitions. But
There you go.
transitioning into our second part of this article,
Oh my God, another one.
this game is being made from the ground up by Toys for Bob. That's the company that's working on it. These are the same people who work on the Skylanders Spyro Adventure section of Skylanders. And from what I've heard there, they actually got good reviews on the Skylanders series. Granted, it's a kids game, but it's a game that even had my interest back when I was in like 8th grade to freshman year of high school. The game is the retail leak for it was originally revealed that this game was supposed to be mapped faithfully, and by that they mean is the remastering for every map is going to be looking beautiful, and they won't do any injustice to the original mapping. As in, like, some games where they remaster an old Call of Duty map and part of the map you can't even access. Man. Enough of me, little bantering. The game's supposed to be having better looking environments, updated controls, and new lighting effects, etc. It's going to be a reimagining of the original soundtrack from the original games, and Tom Candy from Spyro 2 returns for voice acting. And if you do the up, up, down, down, left, right on the Crash 3 game, you'll see the trailer for the Spyro game. So it seems like they're doing a lot to push out the marketing for this game. Does the second part of this article make you feel confident that they're going to be doing justice for Spyro, or are they just putting a nice little coating over it to cover up the soon-to-be bad game?
I don't know. As you said, the game itself is probably not that bad, but based off of how we've seen companies lean, unfortunately, man, I gotta be pessimistic.
I mean, I'll have to agree there. Like, when I hear about all this stuff, sometimes I'll be thinking, man, this is too good to be true. They're trying to butter us up, and then when something fails, they're going to send us out, like, an apology or a day one update. Like, I hope they don't do bad on this, but when I see a lot of marketing for something like this, it reminds me of how they didn't market Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, as much. And when they saw that it was a big surprise, they were like, oh, we should capitalize on it. Kind of like how when someone starts a new series on YouTube, and the series turns out better than they thought it would, they end up trying to market it every single second they could, and then the series kind of be diluted.
Yeah, that's right. And that really leads me to question what the quality for the PlayStation 2 Classic is gonna be.
Oh man, you're trying to take over these transitions right now.
I don't.
All right, what this guy means right here is that this is an article by the Daily Star, and the article title reads, Sony PlayStation 2 Classic to release this year on PS4 and Xbox One, according to new leak. Remember how that title sounds? But yeah, this article is about a job listing published online, and a set of PS2 classic games are coming to the Xbox One and PS4. They're trying to clickbait us with these titles, man. How you want to take over for this one?
Yeah, man. Exactly. That title is a bit confusing, but I don't know what the quality of these games are gonna be. There's gonna be a bunch of remastered stuff, and if you scroll down, they have a bunch of games like Ace Combat, the Unsung War, the Belkin War, all these Ace Combat, PlayStation 2 titles. But again, how are they gonna be? We don't know.
Yeah, like I hope that this turns out well because I know a lot about the Ace Combat series being popular for the PlayStation 2 fans back in the day. Of course, when I grew up with the PS2, I was barely able to learn. I could barely read. Granted, I still can read to this day, but that's beside the point. Back when I grew up with my siblings, we had a PlayStation 2, but we didn't have those type of games. We kind of had more sport games, more Dragon Ball games, stuff that appealed to 13, 14-year-olds. So I never played the Ace Combat series, but I have heard that some nice things about it. So it does surprise me they're bringing it back to the PlayStation 4. Surprises me though is bringing it to the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's a very odd move, and I don't know what they're trying to get out of that.
Yeah, I do think that it's weird that the job listing is like very like out there. Like they're saying that the job details is a director assistant / planner assistant, and then they put it in brackets urgent, and the qualifications for it is person with experience on debug control or project management for PS4 and Xbox One. You gotta be working on a title for over 3 months and with a team of over 15 people. You gotta have a stable rate of attendance and absence, and you gotta have favorable communication. It's like, bruh, what am I reading right now? Like,
And the fact that they're just out there too.
I know, right? Like, I do know, like, the job listings have to be kind of put publicly so that companies can capitalize on things. Like, if you put a posting on, like, Craigslist, you're not going to get the same outcome as putting it on Craigslist, Yellow Pages, I don't know, the mailbox. So, I get why the postings are out there, but the specificity of it is what really gets me.
Yeah, man. And all these leaks, and now we got these PlayStation 5 leaks. You want to take over?
Oh, God. PlayStation 5. It's that time of the year, everybody. So, PlayStation 5 rumored info, everybody. It said that I'll take over the tech part of it. You can take over the second half. Since I'm a computer geek over here, everybody, I'll be taking this over. If you don't understand, just bear with me. They said that it'll have AMD's next-gen Navi GPU and 8-core Zen CPU. What that means is the graphics card. The graphics card is where you plug in your HDMI cable, or if you're playing on the PC, where you plug in, your HDMI cable. 8-core Zen CPU. For those who don't understand what a CPU is what goes in your computer. The best term for it is that it's like the engine for the computer. If you got a good engine in your car, you're going to be going far. If you got a bad engine, like, good luck taking it to the repair shop. Same thing for the CPU. More power means more performance. And this was reported by semi-accurate. Large amount of dev kits have been sent out to developers, and it may be released in 2018 based on the number of dev kits sent. You want to take over for the rest of this, man?
Yeah, like you just said, it's very possible that the PlayStation 5 will come out the end of this year sometime. But if not, they say that they're going to be teasing it at E3, and if not, it's going to come out right next year, 2019.
Yeah.
They also say that they're working on some titles for 2019. So yeah, I see it coming out this year though.
Yeah, they said that since it may release in 2018, and the console is planning to have VR quote unquote goodies, because Sony is really pushing in the VR market, unlike what Xbox is doing right now. Because you got the PS VR headset that goes out there. They think VR is the future of the market, despite Oculus Rift's mediocre success. And the thing that really sticks out is this article actually mentions the credibility of the leaker, as opposed to like some articles saying, "Oh my God, PS5 rumors coming out, confirmed 2018, blaze it up 9,000 months," like stuff like that. They talk about this person predicting the Switch will work with Nvidia for. I mean, yeah, Nintendo will work with Nvidia for the Switch. They talk about the Xbox One and PS4 specs when they came out too, and the thing is, to me, it's like what this article says. It still seems a little bit unrealistic that it'll come out in 2018 if they even drop one in general. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. But the fact that they're already working on some games for next year, I don't know. I feel like they'd have to release it before then. But honestly, we'll wait and see. And number two, I'm not even a PlayStation fan, so
I mean, my thing with it is that like this redditor who's leaking it, that's because they said the games are being made on it. That could be some outright statement. Like I could be saying, "Hey man, I'm about to go to the moon tomorrow." That doesn't mean that it's the facts. I think if this was to be like a leak and they got information from somebody, I personally think that means that they're just working on games for the future of the PlayStation. If it's for like a new console's coming out and the game is gonna be running better for it, if anything, I think it's just be a refresh of the PlayStation 4 consoles. Cause like both Microsoft, Phil Spencer, and the director of Sony, I forgot his name, he's Japanese, I believe. They both said that they don't want to have new console generations anymore because they're tired of that. They actually just want to keep refreshing the same consoles over and over again. Kind of like how the PC, if your PC is kind of outdated, you just replace a few parts, you update them, and bam, you got the same computer for the most part, but you got it running more smoothly, you got more to add to it. That's what they kind of are going for, that model, because that's how PC is taking over right now. So if this is a new console, I think it's just a refresh more so than anything else.
I wouldn't mind that though, for real.
Yeah, like we already seen it right here with the Xbox One into the Xbox One S, the slim version with a little bit better specs, and then we got the One X, which is 4K. If anything, I think PlayStation might be trying to one up the Xbox One X because every game we've ever heard about so far that came out for both consoles, Call of Doom, right, for example, they all have been running better on the Xbox One X instead of PS4.
Yeah, that's so true. So I guess it's gonna be the war of the refresh.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'll work out well for them. I don't know too many people bought the PS4 Pro. I do know a lot of people bought the Xbox One X though. So if they hopefully if they market it properly, the PS4 Pro version 2 X 3000 gets more sales than the Pro did. And if anything, this is probably going to help out the console market because back then they sold the Xbox One X for $500 and the PS4 Pro for $400. We got a 4K game like gaming station for $400 to $500, and what $200 for a TV. You paid only like $700 at most to play on 4K graphics. That is a steal compared to the PC market.
It really is.
So I gotta. So if anything, this is gonna help us out because while they're both butting heads on who can have more powerful console at a cheaper price. If anything, we're gonna be benefiting as a community.
Yeah, man. I hope Xbox comes out on top. You know, I rep that Xbox gear.
Same. Like at the end of the day, I don't think console sales matter the most when it comes to games. I mean, obviously it does if you're trying to find a game. I mean, you're trying to find someone to match up with in a game lobby, or you're trying to, compare and contrast the future of consoles because they actually do care about the numbers. But if they ever open up cross-platform play, now it would be just a matter of instead of which console is better than the other one, it's now a matter of which console do you prefer more to play on. Because I prefer to play fighters on my Xbox One than on a PS4. That's just personal preference. But I probably would prefer to play certain games on a PS4 over Xbox One. So it'll be just a matter of preference now.
Yeah, that's so true, especially with all these exclusives pretty much coming to an end.
Mm-hmm. Like exclusivity, it seemed like it really is going out. Like last week, I think we talked about exclusivities, and then
Yeah, exactly.
and then the Spyro Trilogy is announced, and then the PS2 Classics is announced for both Xbox One and PS4. I, I guess it just means that the question of the day was kind of accurate and on point.
Yeah, there we go. And this was a pretty short episode.
It really was. I mean, I kind of expected it to, on the account that we didn't even fill up all the spaces on the left side of the bar for topics. But it's all good. That means I can focus on getting my schoolwork done and projects I got for college. So yay!
Yay, school.
I know, right? But hey, it's whatever. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys are new here and you somehow heard about this video, be sure to leave a like down below and a subscription as well. That is greatly appreciated. Be sure to check out the Twitter or Twitch links for this channel, and we got a Discord link for all you beautiful subscribers to come out and hang out with the crew because we had over 20 people recently. So yay to that. You got anything you want to say, Big A?
Skit, 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 skit.
I want to thank Big A and his white boyism. And again, if you guys didn't check out the thank you video I had, I want to thank everybody who came out to last week's stream, the Dragon Ball Fighters tournament. We knocked it out the park, and we plan on doing future things like that when the school year kicks back up. So yeah, guys, we're about to get out of here. Gates fell open, and I guess I gotta go close them. So bye,
Kamehameha.
boy.